I'm grateful. I thank God that I still have my job, one. Two, I do not have a baby. And three, I'm still alive and safe.
Mama raised a kid, hoping stacks one day. All the things she did were for stacks one day. Money, power, and fame, grinding hard, feel insane. Changes in a day, upgrades in one day. Changes, changes.
Good afternoon, inhabitants. Welcome to another segment, or I don't know if I should call it storytelling. I'm Melissa, by the way. Welcome to the niche-mell Inhabitants. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, comment, and like our videos, my sister's videos. Today we're gonna be talking about something interesting. You are getting to know me bit by bit, slowly but sure. Today we're gonna be talking about my experience when I was staying alone. The time I decided to move out from home and I went to stay with my two friends in Braamfontein. Wow, I don't know where to start from, but it was such a wonderful experience. It was something that was unexpected. Like, I didn't really plan it to say, okay, I'm gonna move out, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't something planned. My two friends were already staying alone together in Braamfontein, and because I was just starting work and transport was like a bit hectic for me, that was the main reason why. Because of my working hours and transport was killing me. When you're just starting first job, you need to get everything straight, you need to get everything in line, and then you start feeling as if you're only working for transport. So my friends were like, no, we can look for a bigger place and then you can move in with us. I'm like, cool. It wasn't an easy thing to tell my sisters, my mom, and that time I was staying with my brothers as well. So it wasn't something easy to tell them and say, guys, I've decided to move in with my friends, I think I wasn't even 21 yet. Because I remember I turned 21 when I was already staying alone. So it wasn't easy. But I did it anyway. I went home. I sat down with my sister. And she didn't have a problem with it and what you were thinking. So I did tell my mom. My mom was like, no, it's cool. You can go ahead and do it. But if ever it does not work out, you can always come back home. So before I go any further, my advice to those that are planning to move away from home or planning to go and stay alone, don't do it in a bad way. Always ask people that you stay with. Ask them if it's the right thing to do. If they give you a go ahead and do it. Because you never know, it might not work out as time goes on, and then you're gonna need to go back home. Like right now we're facing the pandemic. Not everybody can afford to pay rent. So many people have lost their jobs. So I feel like before you do anything, you have to ask the people that you're staying with, and then if they are fine with it, then you can move. And don't live in a bad way or live while you're in a bad situation or in a bad vibe with the people that you're staying with. So me, I asked properly, and my sister was like, no, it's okay. Go ahead, go and experience life. And I was like spreading my wings. I packed my things, bought a few things, packed my bags. My sister gave me a few blankets. You know, when you live in the right way, you know, people always care for you. People always look out for you. And I moved in with my friends. Then everything started. Yeah. I felt like an independent woman before, even though I was not a woman yet. You know what I mean? Like, so like, my vision, okay, it has always been every young girl's dream that when I start working, I can't wait to stay alone. Life was just starting for me, for my two friends. Okay, well, for them I would like to think they'd already started because they were already staying alone, the two of them. So to be honest with you, at first it was a little bit scary because I've never stayed alone before. Okay, we were kind of staying alone, my sisters and I, but I always had like my older sister and my older brother to tell me things like, okay, no, don't do this, do that. But now, like, I was on my own, you know, and they are my friends. They can't really tell me how to live my life, not to do certain things. So it was kind of scary for me at first. It was like a very, to be honest with you, that was the biggest decision I've ever made in my life. Moving out and staying with people, strangers, people I don't know, people that I just met, and I started working with them, and voila, now boom, we're staying together. It was really scary, but I had to do it. It's something that I already had planned, and it's something that was already happening. It was too late to change it. We were so close, and you know, like I said, you know, you girl is naughty. So it was like, okay, mama, I'm like, Mel, you're staying alone. This is the time to spread your wings. Be happy. Be you. That was the time I discovered who I was on my own as an independent. Because like every time my sister always say I'm irritating, I always want to get attention, get people's opinions in everything I do. I think that's when also I started gaining or getting my confidence, because I had to stand up on my own. I had to let myself grow in a certain way and become responsible. Because back at home I knew, like, if there's no niche-mell, I'll just go like, Nina, there's no niche-mell in the house. Nina, lotion is finished. Nina, there's no soap. So now it was, Melissa, you don't have soap to bath anymore. Melissa, your toothpaste is finished. Melissa, in the house there's no cooking oil, and you have to put money together and get it. So in a certain way, it helped me to grow. It helped me to be confident. It helped me to boost my self-esteem. Because, okay, I grew up with girls, so it was kind of like easy for me to stay with girls, although it's not easy for me to make friends. So it was kind of easy for me to relate to how girls behave, how girls live together, because I grew up literally around girls. So in this journey, a lot of interesting things happen. We stayed together. So we were staying with two of us. So the two girls I was staying with, they were sisters. Okay. So I was close to one of the sisters. Obviously, you cannot get along with everybody. Not that we hated each other or we didn't like each other. We liked each other. We used to talk, but I was more close to one of the sister, and she became my friend, like my very close friend, my best friend, let's say. So we used to do most of the things together. Like our shifts were always the same. Our waking hours were always the same. When we're knocking off, we knock off together. In the morning when we're going to work, we wake up together, we go to work together. So we became so close to the point that we became best friends. So in the process of us being best friends and getting to know each other more and more, because we do things together most of the times, the other sister started feeling as if, excuse me, we were neglecting her. It started causing drama between the three of us. Actually, no, not between the three. Okay, between the three of us. But me and the other sister, we were cool. Everything was okay with us. So, like, instead of a person, okay, before I go any further, I want to put it this way. You know, it's always nice that when you have a problem with somebody, you tell them, like, go to the person. I think it makes the whole situation easier, and it avoids a lot of things. Go to the person and tell the person, dude, what is happening here, I don't like it. Or what you did here, I didn't like it. And then life goes on. Even if you were angry or the other person was angry with you, it actually makes life easier. It reduces a lot of drama, and to just avoid awkward situations, just be open about your feelings. Or if somebody hurts your feelings, you go and tell them, you have my feelings. That's how I want things to be around me. So instead of her coming to us and telling us that, ladies, I feel like I'm being neglected, I feel like you guys are not feeding me in anymore, she decided to tell. You know, the thing is, when she comes home to chill with us, everything is cool. She pretends like nothing is happening. And then you start hearing such things from other people. It's cruel. It's not nice at all. So just be open about your feelings and be cruel about it. Because it's better for people to hurt you for the truth once you've told them the truth than to go and gossip about it. People, stop gossiping. Nobody has ever become rich because of gossiping. Unless if you're a journalist, maybe. But they have sources. I find some of them stories that they're telling you is the truth. But gossiping is not good. Especially gossiping about the people that you're staying with. It's not nice. So that whole situation for me, it was a total turn off. Okay. Cut the long story short. Because like every time when I think about it, it hurts my feelings. We went back home, we sat down with the chick, we told her, you know, if you have a problem with what's going on here, please let us know, so that we know the things that we are doing wrong. And she's like, no, hey, like, you know what? I moved out to enjoy myself. I moved out to live my life. So I was not about to be babysitting someone. No. So me and the story, like, you know what? Life went on and on. Okay, enough about the bad stories anyway. Okay. The cool part about staying alone, like when we were staying in Braamfontein, you know, those who know Braamfontein, they know how Braamfontein is. Around 2017, Bram was lit back then. Was lit. Guys. Yeah. Honestly speaking, like, I'm grateful. I thank God that I still have my job, 1. 2, I do not have a baby. And 3, I'm still alive and safe. Okay, there was this club called Skyline, Braamfontein. Like, almost, if my mother hears this, she'll kill me. Almost every Friday, Friday, would go for shopping, buy new clothes, to go out. Just imagine. Who does that? We used to do it. We go out for shopping, to get ready to go to Skyline. Would swag, look good, go to Skyline to have fun, like every Friday. And the worst thing was, like, Skyline was like a downstairs thing, and you wouldn't tell if it's morning or not. And you used to close, I think, about 6 or 5 in the morning. We leave the club when it's closing. Yeah, when it's closing. And by that time, you want to go to work. We'll get to work in the morning. We are all drunk, wasted, and we exchange to work. Like, literally, like, you know what, now it's your turn, go and sleep. And you're talking to a customer and you're like, and the nicest thing or the coolest thing is, to my boss, we're like the best workers he has ever had. But like during the weekend, my God, it will be the worst. The worst. Saturday morning. Ooh, I remember once, like, okay, we would go out like as girls at work. Not only me and my friends that we're staying with would go out. Like my friends. So I remember one of the girls. So we both went out like wearing all stars. And her shoe size was smaller than mine. So the next morning, she was supposed to go to work in the morning. My shift was starting later. Next morning, she was late. She woke up, took a quick shower, and when she was now wearing her shoes, she took one of mine and one of hers. She left for work. And now when she's late, she's like, go, please, when you're coming to work, bring my shoe, because I took the wrong shoe. That's how, I can't say bad, that's how interesting it was. It was so nice. We're also excited for Friday. We're all excited to go out. We're all excited for my father, my spiritual father, he calls Braamfontein Sodom and Gomorrah. So like every time when we are like maybe coming from an all-night prayer or going to an all-night prayer on a Friday, before I was staying in Bram, I could pass through Braamfontein and be like, yo, I pray and I wish that I could turn this place around. And in my heart, I'm like, if you only knew how bad I love this place. If you only knew how bad I love Braamfontein. So it was like, okay, he didn't know, but yeah. So when I moved to Bram, and when I was doing like sort of things like going out, drinking most of the times, like, to be honest, we used to drink. Like alcohol, we used to drink. Going out was like our hobby. Having fun was top of our priorities. Once we pay rent, we buy food in our house. The only thing that would come to mind now was going out, having fun. You know, of course there were like boyfriends and stuff, but it was the least of our worries. The most important thing to me, especially to me and my friend, like back then, was like going out. We had relationship issues. We had issues in our own house that we were staying with, but when it comes to going out, we'd literally plan it the whole week. Like, bruh, Friday we are going out. So on Thursday, when we knock off early, we are going to town, we are going to the mall to buy clothes for Friday night. See, we even go to the salon to do our hair if the money is there and it's enough. Because you gotta keep money for the drinks. Like money for the drinks. Like, have to keep money for the drinks. So if the money is not enough, you have to make means to make sure your hair looks good, even though the hairstyle is old. But money for the drinks must be there. That was like a must. That was like a must. But anyways, besides that, like, most of all, the one thing that kept me going and kept me moving forward, aside of all the experiences that I had in Braam, like my values that I had myself, me as a young woman, was to always make sure that I'm safe and to always remember that there are diseases out there and it's dangerous. There's human trafficking, there's what. Okay, sometimes I will be reckless, like with going out with people I do not know and stuff, but I'll make sure I will not get drunk to the point of me ending up going anyway after that with people I don't know. That's one thing I refused. I always make sure that if I'm drinking to the point that I know how to go back home. If I'm drinking, I know I have my money for transport on the side. I will not want to depend on anyone else's transport. What if they kidnap me? What if something happens to me? So I'm this person that even before I go out to go and drink, I pray and I ask God to always guide me and protect me, even though I know I'm going to do something stupid or something wrong in the eyes of God, but I put him first. And I also want to thank the values that my mother's teachings that she taught me growing up when she's there. Even now she's still teaching me. I like other things that keep me going, because now literally it's as good as me staying alone. So those things are the ones that keep me, they are the ones that make me the person that I am today. It's the values you set for yourself, the teachings you get from people that care about you, people around you. Honestly, like, I want to thank God. Thank my mother. She's like one of the most special person in my life. And my sister. Like, my sister would literally just show up at my place, like, without even letting me know that she's coming. And sometimes it would really irritate me and like piss me off. Like, why is she just showing up without telling me that she's coming? But as time goes on, I started understanding that she has the right to come and see me, to come and see where I stay, to come and see how I'm living my life, to come and see the things that I'm doing. And I am grateful for all that was happening, because if it was not those things, I don't know where I would be today. I don't know what would have happened to me, because to be honest with you, Braamfontein, I don't know about now, but back then it was like a dangerous area to be. You would hear that there are 10 girls missing, or there's a girl missing. Like, there was also a guy who was working as a security guard who used to look out for us, like when we were leaving in the morning early going to work, because we used to go to work very early. You would escort us to go to work, make sure that we are safe, and when we knock off late, sometimes you'd wait for us and walk us home. We used to stay in the same building. He was just there like an older brother, and I want to thank God for all those people. And my manager also, he was like, wow, you know, when you have like a big brother at work, that's how it was. when we are going astray, take you, like literally sit down with you, like he would understand that we are young girls, we're going through certain things. When you're growing up, you're excited about this, excited about that, excited about everything that comes your way. Guys flashing money, and you think you simply mistaken it for love, of which is not love, so you guide us and tell us, guys, please be careful. Not everybody who's flashing money on you or coming to tell you that I love you loves you. So you have to be careful. Although you won't be able to differentiate at that moment, because it looks as if it's love, but it's not love. And you also think that when people are giving you such advices at that moment in time, you think maybe they are jealous, or maybe they don't want you to succeed, or people are jealous that your boyfriend is spoiling you. But it was not. Okay, it's now that I'm realizing it, that to be honest with you, those people were looking out for me, because all that was happening was not love. It was just a heat of the moment. And some of them you realize now that I think, I'm like, okay, so that guy, when he was giving me money and all, and the moment he says let's go to my house and he starts giving him excuses, you would probably never see a truant from that guy again. And then you'll be like, oh, okay, so this is what that guy was after. So like, it's just another thing that I want to tell young girls out there to be careful for, to be careful about, because my mom always say, not everything that glitters is gold. No, it's not. Definitely not. Because to be honest, I've been through shit. Been through most of the bullshitting with guys. So, like I always tell my friend that I wish most of them would come written on the forehead, or you could see like in that instant that this is a player, or it's a fuckboy, or this person just wants to use me. But anyways, it's something that we cannot control. It's something that we cannot read instantly. But now I think I've kind of have an eye. I think I kind of have an idea. I see a certain person, I'm like, oh, okay. So you think you're clever. But anyway, that's not the whole point. The whole point is just me sharing with you my experiences and the things that I've gone through. Maybe someone out there is going through the same thing, or maybe someone out there is about to move out. Once you decide that you want to move out, you want to go stay alone, you're literally marking yourself as an adult. Like, you can now take care of yourself. You are now responsible of yourself. So there's no way, unless if you are a student and you're moving to race or sort of. But if you just decide, okay, now I want to go and stay alone, you must be able. Don't think that you're moving out and the people that you're staying with are supposed to be paying rent for you, paying rent where they are staying. Think about it carefully. Sit down. Don't just make rational decisions about life, especially if you're a young woman. You have to make sure that, because whatever decision you're making now, it's gonna affect you in the future. So guys, be careful, be safe, always communicate with one another. It's either the people you're staying with or your friends. Just communication is the key in any relationship that you have with anybody. It might be your parents, it might be your sisters, it might be your boyfriend, your brothers. Communicate. It's better people say that you talk too much, but as long as you communicate and be open about your feelings, because another person can never guess how you're feeling unless if you tell them. So guys, from me to you, it was nice chatting to you guys again. It was nice it's always nice sharing my experiences out there. I hope someone somewhere is gonna be touched, and what I've said and what I've shared will change their experiences or help them with whatever they're going through. God bless you. Love you all, and please do take care, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.